My son's fiance shoved me and said I'd be dumped in a nursing home. My son nodded and said, they need my house. I smiled and kept cooking. This morning, 23 missed calls. I raised my son alone after his mother passed. He was 7 when she died. Cancer took her fast. I worked 2 jobs for 15 years to give him everything. I coached his little league team. I helped with homework every night. I drove him to college 4 hours away and cried the whole drive home. I thought I did a good job. I thought he loved me the way I loved him. I was wrong. His name is Brendan. He's 32 now. He brought his fiance home last weekend to introduce her to me. Her name is Tanya. Pretty girl, cold eyes. She smiled at me when they arrived, but it never reached her face. I made dinner for them. Hot roast with vegetables. Brendan's favorite since he was a kid. While it was cooking, Tanya followed me into the kitchen. Brendan stayed in the living room on his phone. She waited until I had my back turned. Then she shoved me against the counter, hard. I'm 67 years old. I'm not as strong as I used to be. I caught myself on the edge and turned around. She was smiling. Listen, old man, once we're married, you'll be dumped in the cheapest nursing home we can find. He's sick of caring for a useless burden like you. I stared at her. She kept going. This house is worth a lot of money. Money we need. You've had your time. Now it's our turn. I looked past her. Brendan was standing in the doorway. He had heard everything. I waited for him to say something, to defend me, to tell her she was out of line. Instead, he nodded. It's true, Dad. We need your house more than you do. You're getting old. You can barely take care of yourself. It's time to be realistic. I felt something break inside me, not my heart. That broke years ago when his mother died. This was something else. The last piece of hope I had for my son. Gone. I didn't yell. I didn't argue. I just smiled and went back to cooking. Dinner was quiet. They ate my food and talked about wedding plans like nothing happened. I nodded along and said very little. They left Sunday morning. Tanya hugged me at the door and whispered in my ear, "Start packing, old man." I smiled and waved as they drove away. Then I went inside and made some phone calls. What Brendan didn't know was that this house isn't in my name. It's in a trust. Has been for 12 years. My lawyer set it up after my heart surgery. He said I needed to protect my assets in case anything happened. At the time, I thought I was protecting them for Brendan. The trust names a beneficiary. When I die, the house goes to them. For 12 years, that beneficiary was my son. Not anymore. Monday morning, I met with my lawyer and changed everything. The new beneficiary is my niece, Rachel, my sister's daughter. She visited me every month after her mother died. She called me every week to check in. She drove 3 hours to take me to doctor appointments when Brendan said he was too busy. She never asked for anything. She just showed up because she cared. The house goes to her now. All of it. Brendan gets nothing. I also updated my will, my savings account, my investments, my car. Everything goes to Rachel. I removed Brendan completely. He won't get a single dollar. My lawyer asked if I was sure. I told him about the kitchen, about Tanya's hands on my chest, about my son standing in the doorway nodding along to the plan to throw me away. He didn't ask again. Tuesday, I called Brendan, told him I had some paperwork I needed him to sign, estate planning stuff. He sounded annoyed but agreed to come by Thursday. He probably thought I was making it easier for them to take my house. Thursday came. Brendan arrived alone. Tanya had a hair appointment apparently. I sat him down at the kitchen table and handed him the documents. He didn't read them carefully. He never did with anything. He just flipped to the signature pages. Then he stopped. His face went pale. "This says I'm removed from your trust." I nodded. "And your will? You're giving everything to Rachel?" "Yes." He looked up at me. "Why?" "Because last Saturday your fiance shoved me against that counter and told me I was a useless burden. And you stood there and agreed." He started stammering. "That was just Tanya talking. I didn't mean it." "You nodded. You said you needed my house more than I did. I was just going along with her." I watched him scramble. "This boy I raised. This boy who was planning to dump me in a nursing home and take my home. You made your choice. Now I've made mine." He started crying. "Please, Dad. I'll break up with her. This isn't about her. She just said out loud what you were already thinking. You see me as a burden, something in the way of what you want. That's not something you can take back." I opened the front door. He left without another word. This morning I woke up to 23 missed calls. Voicemails from Tanya screaming that I was destroying their future. I deleted all of them. Rachel came over for lunch. I told her about the trust. She cried and said she didn't deserve it. I told her she was the only one who did. My son wanted to stuff me in a nursing home and take everything I built. Now he has nothing, and I have peace.